All right, here we go. We are starting our first leg of the PA Wilds BDRX. This will actually be my 4th year of doing this trip. We start not at the beginning, well, it really isn't a beginning, but we were actually going from, I think it's from 2 to 3 on the map. So you can do it in any route or any direction you want to do it. It's really not a big deal. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so we actually started this trip at Section 3, St. Mary's, and ended that first day on Section 2, Wellsboro. Now, I believe that section was maybe 115, 120 miles long. It was actually a pretty short leg. If you start pretty early, you'll get into the next town by early afternoon. So there's really no big hurry on that particular leg of it. And we actually add a little bit to that first leg as well, because we actually start down more in this area, in DuBois, Pennsylvania. And then we're able to jump on a main road there, just a paved 55-mile-an-hour road, and get to the first leg of the trip pretty quickly that way. So let me show you some of that video right now.
Dust in the rear view, free as a bird. This is our time, no matter what they say. Every mile behind only brought us here. Now the road is clear. Shotgun ride on my Friday night. Sunset fire burning in our eyes. Let's leave the past in the past and deal with it another day.
Okay, so we are now at Section 2 and leaving to go to Section 1. So we're going from Wellsboro to New Columbia. Okay, so the second day was way more enjoyable. The weather was way warmer, and the scenery was way better as well. This was definitely one of my favorite days or legs of the trip, and I will show you here in just a minute in video. But one of the things I wanted to point out was that if you're planning on going to the PA Wilds BDRX, one thing I've noticed from doing it for 4 years is we like to do it in the spring. And one of the things obviously you have in the spring is a lot of rain. But there's been plenty of times it had rained the entire week up to this trip. And we had got there, and maybe the first day it was a little wet, and then by the second day it was dusty already. So it dries out pretty quickly. Some of the sections will hold water, but most of it, it's gravel roads, and it's some of it's like chip and tar, and a lot of it's hard packed dirt. So it dries out pretty quick, and the way they have the angle on the roads when they grade them, the water runs off pretty quickly. It doesn't lay on them. So mud generally is not a big issue on this trip for us. Now, there is some sections that are considered, I believe, expert sections, red sections, and we've done them in the past. And some of them have water holes in them. I did them, I think, once. I drove through them. I didn't go through them this last time. I don't get a lot of enjoyment in putting my bike underwater. I mean, river crossings are one thing, but going into blind holes that you don't know how deep they are, that's a whole nother animal that I try to avoid if I can. So let's take a look at some of that video right now.
It's been a long week, trying to make ends meet. Going nowhere fast, I'm so tired of the same routine.
If you're going to ride through the woods, this is a beautiful place to do it.
That bottle's calling our name, and we ain't leaving till it's dry. We're about to get our minds right. Yeah, we can keep it going all night. Yeah, we're gonna drink until it's dry.
And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? River keeps running underneath the road. Now it's on our right.
Go on and hit me again. This night isn't done. We're finally letting loose. We're pouring out the good times, and we ain't quitting till it's dry. We're about to get our minds right. Yeah, we can keep it going all night. Yeah, we're gonna drink until it's dry. Come on now. All night, all night. Yeah. Damn, what a late night. We tied one on. The way my head is feeling, I don't know my right from my wrong. Maybe we should lay low tonight, slow down for a little while. But that bottle ain't gonna drink itself. Let's throw it down until it's dry. We're about to get our minds right. Yeah, we can keep it going all night. Yeah, we're gonna drink until it's dry. Pour me one now.
There's a train. I guess we can add that to our wildlife list of the trip, even though I see them back home all the time.
Okay, as you can see from the video you just watched, it is gorgeous to go, especially in the springtime. That's actually why I choose to go in the spring. Not only is it a little cooler, which is nice as well, but and you don't have as much dust usually, because it does get dusty pretty quickly there when it gets dried out. But all the streams are flowing, right in the spring you get all the rain and everything's flowing. It's just such a beautiful scenery to witness that time of year. And every year we've seen some different wildlife there. We've seen elk there before. Matter of fact, you'll go right by the elk visitor center, which is really neat to stop by. We haven't stopped every year, but we did stop this year, since we had a new guy with us and never been there before. And it's definitely a stop you want to make. It's really got a nice store put together there, and a lot of different wildlife in there, a lot of different taxidermy stuff. And the wildlife we've seen throughout the years is I've seen elk on the side of the trail, on the hillsides and stuff. This year here, we actually seen a black bear running along the hillside parallel to the trail we were on. But he was minding his business and we were minding ours, and it was all good that way. So we just kept moving. I didn't catch him on camera, unfortunately. My GoPro had died before we came to that section. Obviously you see deer, you see different types of birds. I've definitely seen quite a few rattlesnakes that are coiled up, sunning themselves in the middle of the road. Got to be careful. I mean, as long as you got tall riding boots on, you should be just fine. But I have ridden right past them and didn't know they were there until I was on top of them. And they've actually striked at me before, and my friends. So usually you're moving at 30, 35 mile an hour going down these side roads. So usually by the time they try to strike at you, they're too late, but still scary. So other than that, that was the first half of our trip. And I really hope you enjoy this video. I would love to hear what you thought about the views that we took in on this trip. Please drop a comment and let me know what you think. And if you like what you see here, please subscribe. Really appreciate you watching this channel. The name of this channel is Co-Motion Adventures. And I'll see you next Friday. Thank you so much.